This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Well, schools reopening delayed to October 5th. Education Minister Jeffrey Lloyd revealing as much in the Ministry of Education's press conference earlier this afternoon. Minister Lloyd in July announced that schools would reopen on September 21st with virtual learning. However, today he noted that with a substantial increase in COVID-19 cases here in the capital, it has forced the Department of Education to engage in more urgent planning and consideration.
That the targeted opening date for schools across the Bahamas is Monday, the 5th of October, 2020 at the usual time. This goes for all schools, both public and private. As I stated before, one size does not fit all. Thus, and listen very carefully, schools on the islands of New Providence, Abaco, and Eleuthera will open in a completely virtual environment, that is online.
Now, schools on Grand Bahama and all other islands, according to the minister, will open face-to-face. Minister Lloyd says this delay allows the education officials, parents, and caregivers the opportunity to secure needed devices for the full participation of all involved in the teaching and learning process. The minister says he will provide further details when the House of Assembly meets on September 9th. Well, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force has had to make some adjustments to its new entry training. In fact, the RBDF new entry training has been discontinued for the time being. RBDF officials citing the fact that there has been a quick spread of COVID-19 among its latest intake of recruits currently undergoing basic training. However, the force's medical officer, Dr. Derwin Johnson, assures that the situation is in control. In a statement released, RBDF officials advising that new entry training has been discontinued to allow for the proper management and treatment of those testing positive for the virus and to keep non-COVID positive recruits in isolation. The statement continues, steps have been taken to sanitize the training facility, lodging, classrooms, and other common spaces occupied or utilized by the recruits and training staff. Now, according to officials, those recruits who are all asymptomatic and tolerating their exposure well are on a vitamin and electrolyte regimen to boost their immunity and clear the virus from their system. Recruits and their instructors are being screened twice daily, and Dr. Johnson notes that the recruits will be retested for viral clearance as per international standards. Recruits will continue to be quarantined at HMBS Coral Harbor and monitored closely by the Force Medical Officer, registered nurses, and emergency medical technicians team. The remaining 3 weeks of training will ensue once a medical all clear is given. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.